All right, this is going to be a video about 10 records that I feel are near perfect. But first, we're going to get into a record review of Poison Idea live at the Metropolis 1982, Portland, Oregon. This is new. It's entitled Young Lords, but from the back of it, you can see where it was recorded and when it was recorded. This record jacket is also a libro. Lots of pictures, flyers, and oh, there it is, DOA with Poison Idea and the farts. Anyway, is this thing any good? Wow, is it ever? The recording on this thing is perfect. This is a perfect document of early Poison Idea. It sounds wonderful. It doesn't sound like a bootleg at all, which it kind of started out that way. Anyway, the show that this record is taken from is this one, where they played with the farts, and here's the poster that came with it. Here's the disco. And here is the record that was probably being promoted by the farts at that show. And wow, I've had this forever. Look at the water stains. And this is a poster that came with the original copy of The World's a Mess. What's it say here? The world's a mess, we agree, now it's up to you and me. World full of hate farts. Here's the album that poster came in. Damn, I've had this thing forever. There you go. And if you don't have this album, World Full of Hate by the Farts, pick it up. If for only their rendition of Children of the Grave by Black Sabbath. Man, oh man, that can't be beat on this thing. Geez, this record won't... There we go, it goes back in. Anyway, this was the band that Poison Idea was playing with during the recording of this record, Young Lords. And I ordered it from Sorry State Records, and they gave me extra little stickers. Anyway, if you're gonna own only one Poison Idea record, or even if you don't want to own a Poison Idea record, you really need to get this damn thing. This was so much better than what I expected. Young Lords by Poison Idea. All right, here we go. Let's go into the realm of 10 records that I think are near perfect. Again, big mess here. Here we go. And I'm not going to take these records apart. If you want to see what's inside of them, buy them, because they have my recommendation. This is Alice Donut, The Untidy Suicides of Your Degenerate Children. Again, completely perfect. Everything on this is just as good as anything. I can't say enough about this. This is such a perfect record by Alice Donut. Comes with a bunch of stuff inside. I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. Anyway, you must already have this thing. It is that good. I'm just surprised that I would have to even introduce you to Alice Donut, The Untidy Suicides of Your Degenerate Children. What an interesting, crazy listen. All right, here's another interesting, crazy listen that has me laughing, and this is Weird Al Yankovic's very first record. This has all the hits that you've heard of, but it also has a song on it that's just as good as all the hits that you've heard of from Weird Al Yankovic that you've never heard of, and it's a song called Quit Dragging My Car Around. I can't hear Quit Dragging My Car Around enough. This is a perfect record, and I even got the little 45 of Eat It to accompany this masterpiece by Weird Al Yankovic. Here's another masterpiece, No Means No, The Worldhood of the World as Such. Now, on this thing, not every song is as good as the others, if that makes any sense. But the songs that are good, and then the songs that are not as good, they're all good, if that makes any sense. This thing is kind of, it's not hard to get, but it's expensive to get. So if you weren't really hip in the 90s and you didn't pick this thing up for, $12 when it first came out like I did, some jerk is going to want $80 for this thing. But thanks to the internet, you can listen to this thing and you don't have to give some jerk $80. Now, you won't have the physical thing like what I'm holding here, but you'll be able to hear it, and you'll be able to experience just how perfect of a record that kind of is. Worldhood of the World as Such by No Means No. Let's move on. Jello Biafra with DOA, Last Scream of the Missing Neighbors. Let's move on. Words can't describe how perfect this thing is. Jello Biafra and DOA should be enough to make you want to obtain that thing. All right, here is Butt Trumpet. And this record is called Primitive Enema. And again, if you don't have Butt Trumpet, Primitive Enema, and you don't know what it is, this copy was $8 and about 50 cents. And that's how much you should pay for it. If you find this thing, again, just like the Jello Biafra DOA thing, this record is so perfect. Every single song on this thing, and there's like, I don't know, 25 of them. It's just perfect. But again, this thing has been around for so long. It's on Helter Shelter Records. You already know about this, and a lot of you agree with me and kind of wish you had a physical copy of it. And shame on Butt Trumpet for not re-releasing that at an affordable price. It's such a perfect record. And here's something funny that relates to what I'm going to do tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'm going to go see Millions of Dead Cops in GBH in Hamtramck, Michigan. And I once saw GBH in Seattle at the Crocodile, which I have the flyer hanging up in the dining room. And the lead singer from Butt Trumpet was standing right next to me during that GBH show in Seattle. But the strange part is there was this girl with him, and she had like this collar around her neck with a chain attached to it, and he was holding the chain like if she was a dog. It was really weird, and she seemed really happy to be in that state. So yeah, I once watched a GBH show which was really great. No barricade in front of the stage. Kids could get on the stage and jump off just like an old Dead Kennedy show from 1981. But I was standing next to the guy who created this record, and he had a woman on a chain. And I actually took a picture with them. And I don't know where that picture is. It was a long time ago. Here we go. On to the next one. This is called Beetle Barkers. The first album by New Zealand's phenomenal dog combo. If you're a fan of the Beatles, you will either love this thing or you will find it an affront to your love of the Beatles. I think this is the funniest damn thing to ever come out ever. Damn, this thing is a riot. It's dogs barking the melodies and lyrics to popular songs by the Beatles. Again, this thing is perfect if that's what you're looking for. All right, here's another almost perfect. So it gets in the ranking of these because it's almost perfect. The best of the B-52s, Dance This Mess Around. This thing has got all the early hits. Not the latter ones, but the early ones. Like Party Out of Bounds, Devil in My Car. Damn, that song, Devil in My Car, is really good. Dirty Back Road, 6060842. Dance This Mess Around, Rock Lobster, Strobe Light, Give Me Back My Man. Private Idaho, Planet Claire. You just can't be without this very, very perfect document of a band that when they were in their early days they were great. They really were great. I love the B-52s in their early state. All right. Here's another band that in their early state they were very, very, very good. And this is a document by them that can't be beat. This is the Bad Brains. The Youth Are Getting Restless. Live at the Presidio, Amsterdam, 1987. Damn it, this thing is so good. If you don't have this, you can get it. It's not much money. You will be satisfied. This is so intense. Again, I'm not going to spend much time on this. You know you should have it. Damn, what a perfect record. All right. And here's another perfect record on the Dr. Demento side of things. This is Barnes & Barnes, Vubaha. This thing has Party in My Pants, Fish Heads, Something's in the Bag, Cemetery Girls, a version of Please Please Me, which I did some investigation because I'm not a big Beatles fan, and I guess that's a Beatles song. Their version of Please Please Me I think is superior, but I'm a weirdo. Anyway, it's got Boogie Woogie Amputee, Gumby Jaws Lament, and the perfect song called I Hope She Dies. Wow, what a perfect document of Dr. Demento madness at its peak. Okay, let's get to the last one, and not the best one, but it sure is on top, and this is the Surf Punks' My Beach. Again, standout songs. A Letter from Hawaii. I love that. The Surfmen, Punch Out at Malibu. Wow, you could listen to Punch Out at Malibu for the rest of your life and not need anything else. I Live for the Sun, The Dummies, Teenage Girls, Somebody Ripped My Stick. Oh man, Somebody Ripped My Stick. That's a good one. Meet Me at the Beach, Big Top, My Beach, Shoulder Hopper, The Dummies, Beer, on and on and on. This record does not have any flaws. So there you go, 10 records that either don't have any flaws or have flaws that measure up to about this. And that Poison Idea record, live at the Met 1982. Wow, you won't be disappointed in one bit if you get that thing. I was so surprised. I was so surprised at how good it was. All right, so that's the end of it. There's another record that I want to show, but it has something to go with it that hasn't shown up yet. That's the end of the video. Bow down to the B-52s. The early B-52s.